right. Boy. Good evening, everyone. That's where you say, good evening, Mrs. Jones. No. Good evening. We thank you for joining us online, and for those of you that are here in person, we appreciate your presence this evening. We would like to go ahead and call to order the Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025 regular meeting of the South Lyndhurst Board of Education to order. May we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Falkenberg? Here. Mrs. Jones?
Here.
Mrs. King?
Here.
Ms. Lee?
Here.
Mrs. Shelby?
Here.
Awesome. May we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Flag is in the front. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Perfect. Thank you for that. We will go right into item 2.1, liaison reports. Do we have a legislative report?
Oh, yeah. So, since my last report, well, hello everyone. Hello. Since my last report, the governor signed the budget bill, which was House Bill 96, prior to the July 1st deadline. With the signing of the budget bill, the governor issued 67 line item vetoes, which included 7 key education-related vetoes. Following that budget signing, the Ohio House then scheduled a meeting to convene on July 21st, which was yesterday, to consider veto overrides on item 55 for property tax, county budget commission authority and procedure, item 65, the 20 mil floor calculation, and then item 66 regarding school district property tax levy restrictions. The House voted 61 to 28 to override Governor DeWine's veto of item number 66, restricting political subdivisions, including school districts, from pursuing replacement property tax levies, as well as fixed sum emergency, substitute emergency, and combined school district income tax and fixed sum property tax levies. Next steps regarding this process would be the veto override now advances to the Senate for consideration, where it would need 20 votes in the Senate to override to be successful. As of today, the 22nd, the Senate has not yet scheduled a session to consider this item. The remaining 2 identified line items for possible vetoes, item number 55 and item number 65. Were not considered for yesterday, but lawmakers have until December 31st of 2026, the close of this current General Assembly, to act on any of the governor's other line item vetoes. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Ashley. Kathryn?
Well, my phone is on 19%, so I cannot pull up the report. I'm going to just briefly give you a summary, and that is that many schools, as is ours, have assigned or have denied students to have phones in class. And the view of the parents and schools is mixed. Many parents are concerned that they can't get a hold of their children if there's an emergency, or if they need milk money or whatever. But one school this was in Washington State, found that if they replaced the time students would have on their phones with something creative, it would actually be beneficial to all. So they had, a knitting club, which we used to have, a board games club. They had, I'm trying to remember, many different things that kept the kids creative and active, an art club, and they found that the students, and this was in a middle school, so it wasn't high school, but still they found that the students were so involved with other things and got to know each other better. So they really weren't missing their cell phones. So I thought that was really great.
Awesome. Thank you, Kathryn. Item 2.2, Superintendent's Report.
Good evening, everybody. Just a couple quick summer updates. We're officially starting the much-needed repairs at Brush High School as part of our larger master facility plan. Marks an important step forward in ensuring our facilities match the excellence we expect in our teaching and learning. I'm excited to begin this work and to keep our community informed and engaged throughout the process. And just as a reminder, our master facility plan is now up and live on our website, so if you get a chance, make sure you check that out. At our August board meeting, I'll be sharing out our district priorities for the 25-26 school year, which will reflect our commitment to continuous improvement, innovation, and expanding college and career pathways. We'll still be focused on mastering our current initiatives like branching minds, AI integration, and the whole child framework, while keeping communication, visibility, and accountability at the core of everything we do. We also have a number of upcoming festivals in South Euclid, Lyndhurst, and this Friday at the YMCA. Looking forward to seeing a strong SEL presence. You'll see our tents, you'll see our faculty, you'll see our staff, you'll see our students. It's just a great way for us to connect, so looking forward to that. And lastly, if you haven't already, students, if any students are watching, you're not going to want to hear this. Please check out the Back to School page on our district website. It's packed with key information to ensure students and families, from supply lists to orientation schedules, everything you need is at a one-stop shop for you now. And it really reflects our clean, modern direction we're trying to take our district communications. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's been posted on the website, but it is our Back to School page. And thank you for all your continued support, and I'll have a full update again in August.
Can you tell me what event that is with the YMCA?
Yes, it's just their family night.
Family night. Is
Is
it
that right?
outside or inside?
I think it's outside because they're using
outside.
some of the parking lots and things.
And when is that?
Friday.
And then I'm assuming Lyndhurst, you're talking about home days.
Yep, in
And
September.
South Euclid is Rock the Block.
Yes.
Okay.
And National Night Out.
Are they still doing that at Bexley?
Both cities, those are on August 5th. So Ms. Thompson and team will be representing us. There's a chance we might have an extra board meeting built in there as things transpire
Okay.
on that evening. So Ms. Thompson's taking the lead, and but our principals and YDS and SSSs will be around on those evenings as well.
Okay.
All
Might
right.
see you. Might see you there. Thank you. Item 2.3, Mr. Hill, do we have any public comment?
I have not received any.
I have not received any either. No. Item 3, the minutes. 3.1, July 15, 2025, special meeting minutes. The minutes of the special meeting, July 15, 2025, will be approved as recorded or corrected. Furthermore, the reading of these minutes will be waived. May we get a motion to approve item 3.1?
So moved. Second.
Ms. Lee and Ms. Falkenberg? Any questions or comments? Hearing none, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby.
Aye.
Item 4, Treasurer's Report.
Good evening. Recommend for approval item 4.1, the financial reports for month-end June 2025. Item 4.2, the bank reconciliation for month-end June 2025. Item 4.3, the investment earnings for June 2025. Item 4.4, the return of advances from fiscal year 2025. Item 4.5, the renewal of the fiscal year 2025 gap audit with LGS, the Local Government Services. And item 4.6, approval of treasurer's items 4.1 through 4.5.
May we get a motion to approve items 4.1 through 4.5?
So moved. Second.
Mrs. Shelby and Mrs. King. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Mrs. Shelby,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Lee.
Aye.
And then item 4.7, the resolution submitting to the electors of the school district the question of an additional levy, 7.9 mil tax levy.
May we get a motion to approve item 4.7?
Second.
Say that again. That was Ms. Lee and Ms. Falkenberg. Any questions or comments?
Last resolution, I will take it to the Board of Elections to file.
Thank you.
You'll think of whatever.
That's right.
Yes, I will. Probably tomorrow morning.
Hearing no further questions or comments, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby.
Aye.
Item 5, superintendent's items.
Under 5, seeking the approval for, you'll see under there appointments as well as our DLT, district leadership team for the school year, which consists of teachers, paid leave of absence, and 1 unpaid leave of absence.
May we get a motion to approve item 5.1?
So moved.
Second.
Lee, Mrs. King. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby.
Aye.
Item 6.
Under 6, non-rep staff, just clean up and edits on 2 of the contracts.
May we get a motion to approve item 6.1?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Lee, Mrs. Shelby. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. King.
Aye.
Item 7.
Under 7, classified staff, seeking the approval, see some positions as well as resignations and retirement. And 1 confidential settlement agreement.
May we get a motion to approve item 7.1 and 7.2?
So moved. Second.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby.
Aye.
She teaches at municipal district.
Item 8.
Under 8, seeking the approval for supplemental contracts for our esports coach, as well as 2 unpaid volunteers.
May we get a motion to approve item 8.1?
So moved.
Mrs. Shelby, Ms. Lee. Any questions or comments?
I just have, oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No.
I had a question. Did we, I thought we had a woman who was the esports coach.
We did. Yep. Yep, she resigned, yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I
Yep.
forgot that, sorry.
No, that's okay. My comment, just 2 of them, both of these are band volunteers. We have band camp coming up next week.
No,
So this is only a couple of them. Also, I forgot to mention, he just had his hand shaking up back there, but Andy Madovic, the man behind the camera, he's been doing this for 4 years for us. He hasn't, I don't think he's missed a board meeting. Sadly, this is his last one, as he's graduated and moving on. But just wanted to say thank you for all you've done. You've been professional, you've kept this thing moving, and you're a real inspiration and a true mentor to the younger ones coming up. So thank you. I really appreciate all your work.
Look at him, he's so busy, he can't even come from behind the camera.
You can come over and wave to the camera if you want.
Like, just
Come
put your
on,
face in
yeah,
front and
come on,
wave.
Come say hi.
It was so cute when he got his diploma.
There you go, there it is.
Where are you heading?
Kent State.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
Congratulations.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Mrs. Shelby,
He's got to do a roll call.
Oh, roll call?
Those were questions and comments.
Oh.
yes.
Oh, aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
I was lost.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Item 9.
Under 9, seeking the approval for contracts. That's it. We just got 1 on there.
May we get a motion to approve item 9.1?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Falkenberg, Mrs. Shelby, any questions or comments? Hearing none, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Ms. Lee.
Item 10?
Business office has been busy. We're seeking the approval from 10.1 all the way through 10.15. And 10.15 is what I mentioned earlier about getting the construction rolling at Brush High School.
May we get a motion to approve items 10.1 through 10.15?
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. King, Ms. Falkenberg, any questions or comments?
The 10.15, does that include the PAC? The
No,
whole- Okay,
no. No, the PAC's wrapped into the PI dollars
okay,
that will be going on the levy.
gotcha.
So was it also just those areas that on that slide, are those the only areas that are being worked on at the
This
time?
is
for that?
part of what was considered phase one.
Okay.
Phase two
Oh,
is
Okay.
the levy stuff.
Is it?
Gotcha.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Mr. Fuller, I did question, and have a conversation in regards to 10.4, the Spice Catering Company for prom, only because looking at that menu, that's a lot of money, and those children are not going to eat that food like they did this past school year. So if we can speak about that and potentially make a comment on that, I will vote yes for it, but if we can dig into that to make sure that we are actually going to get our money's worth for that, that would be great. And my question was Crystal's with the Amoresto as well, the same with the food service, because of the complaints we had last year in regards to food service. Just want to make sure, I probably will call you tomorrow about that one, to make sure that we are good in regards to the questions that we have from the community as well as our students on that one, because I still literally every day I go home, and that petition still is on my desk. I just want everybody to know. I still have that signed petition on my desk from over 100 students.
Question, well, comment and question from me. Cleveland Botanical Gardens, great location, great venue, beautiful place. Is Spice Cater, like, do they have a preferred catering list?
It's just under lease section. I don't, being that we kind of shuffled everything into business that didn't necessarily have a home,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they had a recommended vendor for that specific thing.
I figured that's why. Usually they have a preferred catering list,
Yeah.
and like that's why, and then they set the pricing. So I was just curious.
Especially since, if I remember correctly, it's, because she was talking about doing the deposit for both. And they work pretty congruently, like very close together, so I would imagine it's probably their preferred.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what it seemed like when I read the contract,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Well, I just want to agree with Ashley that I just think what a beautiful setting for the prom. And having been, when I was teaching here, visited and seen Kins at Landern even, I just think this is fabulous.
Hearing no further questions or comments, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby.
Aye.
Item 11?
Under 11, seeking the approval 11.1, which is our student athletic handbook, as well as 11.2, the Edmentum Ed Options Academy, seeking 11.1, 11.2 approval.
May we get a motion to approve 11.1 and 11.2?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Lee and Mr. Shelby, any questions or comments? Hearing none, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. King.
Aye.
Item 12?
Under 12, just have seeking the approval for the Right at School contract.
May we get a motion to approve item 12.1?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Lee and Mrs. King? Any questions or comments? Hearing none, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby.
Aye.
Item 13?
Under 13, seeking the approval for a few of our outside schools that we utilize for our special ed students, and also a tutoring service through the ESC.
May we get a motion to approve item 13.1 through 13.4?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Falkenberg and Mrs. King. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby.
Aye.
Item 14, Board of Education. Do any board members have any information they want to pass along?
I do. As we all, pretty much all of us have heard, that, they did go ahead and sanction, girls football, girls flag football. And I'm not sure if many of us are aware that we do have a girls flag football team. And 4 of those young ladies have been awarded scholarships to colleges already because of that sport alone. So, that offered another avenue. And, I thought that was very, very great, and especially when the coaches did send out that 4 young ladies. Even, it wasn't even sanctioned. And 2 of them had college offers, and 2 already had scholarships from last school year. So I feel like that was very impressive. So I wanted to actually thank our athletic department, for being on top of the game and being in with that, and the Browns organization as well, because that was major and massive. Other board information is, I guess I signed myself up for the executive committee for OSBA. I guess when we went to that thing that day, I guess I had a conversation with that man. I don't even remember the conversation,
Well, they were accepting applications online.
but I didn't fill one out online.
Oh.
Okay. So,
You got accepted to the executive board?
girl, yeah. Me and Crystal found out the other day.
Like,
Congratulations.
The executive committee of OSBA.
where you wear the little name badge and you work for Capital Conference?
Yes.
Good luck.
So, yeah, so just so you all know that, so my month of August is pretty busy.
So what's your
Well,
position
congratulations to
there?
you and Crystal.
We will find out at the first meeting, which is August 6th.
So I'll see you when I'm in Columbus all the time.
Good.
August 6th.
For
August
Wednesday.
6th. That's a Wednesday. Because I feel bad because I did say that I couldn't come because I had a previous engagement, but I go. That's on the
This is on YouTube, Ms. Lee.
Do you know what position?
I didn't,
No,
yeah.
I told her. I was just.
You said we, like both of you made it.
No, I was letting.
Oh,
her
you
know.
kept saying we.
Oh,
no,
that's
no,
why I was like,
no.
congratulations
No, I didn't get an
to
email.
both of you.
Oh.
She didn't apply, but he remembered Crystal, so whatever. But yeah, so.
Okay, I'm proud of you. Awesome. Any other board information?
Yes, be on the lookout. Tag Day is coming up on the 8th. So when the kids come knocking, they're doing that is to support the band and the band boosters. So you'll see them out on the streets.
August 8th?
Yeah, I think that's the 8th, the Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said the 9th?
Oh,
that's the
9th.
9th.
Okay, perfect.
August 9th is a Saturday?
Yeah.
Do you know, and I'll ask Officer Dennis if I need to. Do you know if they will have the football schedule again and the envelopes
Yes.
to leave with people? Are they leaving them at every house or just leaving them with people that want to donate but don't have the checks or
Every
money?
house, I believe.
Told you I'll ask
Yeah.
Dennis. Yes, Dennis.
They're usually left at, well, the envelope is left at house, they will get a response,
Okay,
but the schedule is not there.
okay. Perfect. Are you driving?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make
I
sure.
just count money.
Just- all right, I just want to make sure you're still busy. We don't have any council meeting this month for August
No,
coming up.
Somebody would need to pick up September's because you were slated for September.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I'll take South Euclid only because I didn't go this last week. However, they were so close to the last time Crystal went, so I don't mind doing South Euclid in September.
You might want to take, oh, yeah, so we don't have one in August. So you said pick up September, okay.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
I can do Lyndhurst.
You'll do Lyndhurst
Yeah.
in September?
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Perfect. I have intentions to go visit each of them in August. I won't be there giving a report, because that's not what I'll do, but I will be going to say, thank you to them and goodbye. y'all. All right. Item 14.2, new and unfinished business. Hearing none. 14.3, the Board of Education handbook. The South Euclid Board of Education is being asked to consider the approval of the South Euclid Lyndhurst Board of Education handbook. May we get a motion to approve item 14.3?
So moved. Second.
Ms. Lee and Ms. Falkenberg. Any questions or comments?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes,
I was
it looks
gonna say
great.
the same thing. Thank you,
Ms.
Melissa.
Thompson. Yeah, what a lot of work and just such an excellent.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Perfect. And I did want to say, I was scrambling through this handbook the other day because I was frazzled trying to think if we had put names of the board members in there. And I was like, take them out. And then when I looked up, they were gone. But I think that was a great move to do that because now you don't have to reproduce it every time you do a change. It was.
I didn't think there was, because I thought when we talked in the meeting, we
I
said
think
we're
it
gonna
was
keep it
initially.
fluid and not put names.
It was initially, but I couldn't remember if we had. So this is pretty good. I'm proud of us. We
Yeah.
did a good job. It's been a long
You
time
all
coming
did good work,
for a handbook
ladies.
here.
Round of applause for you all.
Hearing no further questions or comments, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby.
Aye.
I think we got two items I want to slide in and make a move off of. We're going to make 14.2. I want to walk that on to the agenda. The evaluation and final evaluation summary for Superintendent Kaple.
For 14.4.
14.4.
Yeah.
Yes, so we'll walk that on this
Okay.
evening. May we get a motion to approve item 14.4?
So moved.
Second.
So, Ms. King and Ms. Falkenberg, any questions or comments? I just want to say, Dom, the Superintendent Kaple should be more appropriate. The work that you've done this year and coming
Thank
up,
you.
it'll be a year coming up,
Be a
right?
year. Yep.
So, we have, I've been pleased with the transition. You hit the ground running.
What we
Kept
do.
your bullet points and your communication and your inclusion. And I do
That's progress.
apologize on behalf of the board for the lateness of it,
Oh, it's okay.
but I did not want to walk out of here without walking this on. I did not think it was
Appreciate it.
fair to have someone new come in and not know what they were voting on.
That's fair.
So we wanted to do that this evening.
Right.
And I'll pass that over
Right.
to Josh, and you'll make sure that gets over to HR's office.
Are you?
Thank you so much for your work.
Thank you all, I
And,
appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to continuing to watch you
Me too. Thank you.
work it out. Any other comments? Hearing none, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby.
Aye.
And then the last item that I would like to walk on is 14.5. I'll walk it over to the person that's walking it on.
Yeah.
So that is the accepting of my resignation.
Okay. Oh, so we can make our, got it, okay.
Right.
I'll start, and then I guess we can just go down the line.
We'll get a
Right.
motion in a second
Oh.
first.
Okay,
Just,
You can do it, because you're like.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can do it. Just get a motion in a second to accept the resignation put forth in the last
then
meeting
we'll do the
by
comments.
Mrs. Jones.
gotcha.
So, if we can get a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Thought if I ain't say nothing, maybe nobody else will.
Any comments?
Yeah, I'll start. I'll make it quick so I don't cry.
Please don't cry.
Just thank you for, being my safety blanket the last 2 years and for everything that you've done, all the late night calls with all my questions and just, you've been so steadfast in this district and you've been such a staple. And you've always put our students first and our families, and we wouldn't be where we are without you. So It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I'm so grateful to call you a friend.
Thank
So
you.
thank you.
I just want to thank you for your hard work. It's obvious, especially in executive session, when we are discussing things that a lot of people don't even know about, how much work you've done in preparation. And I really appreciate that, and I still think you need to write a book.
Yes.
You are like the 20th person, and when I do, I swear I'm gonna call you guys first and tell you.
You can
Thank
have
you,
Kathryn
Kathryn.
proofread it.
Yeah, right.
You know what, you're right, 'cause Kathryn will hit me with every comma. Those quotations are upside down, Mrs. Jones. They go the other way. I will keep that
But I
in
just want
mind.
to say thank you, not only for your leadership, but just like your presence, like having the conversations with you when I was running and when I was considering running, and just like your leadership, companionship in this community and on the board is just unspeakable, and I'm incredibly grateful.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to the person who, for the past, let's see, it's longer than 10 years. I've been on the board 10 years. So the past 13 or 14 years that has helped direct my life, you know, who has honestly stood side by side with me, who has honestly said, nah, we ain't doing that, but we'll do this. Like, literally, definition of ride or die is you for me. And you already know that. You know all the good things, you know. These past 10 years, you have been my shoulder. You have been my rock. You have been my friend. You are my sister. And this board's relationship built that, and it did that. So, I thank you. I thank you. I have been in denial for the past few weeks, and it's really hitting me hard. Like, I had a really, really rough day today, and I said I wasn't gonna cry, and I tried to call you earlier so I wouldn't have to cry. She was busy, but what's understood don't need to be explained, and I appreciate you. My children appreciate you. Bryson was like, she's still gonna hand you my diploma? You know?
I gotta
And had
file
to
a
think
motion
about
for that one.
You know, I had to think about that, like, seriously, they just like, cause it's always, that's always been the plan. With the hint that our babies are diplomas together. Yes, we did that. And I wouldn't be the mom I am without you. I wouldn't be half of the person I am without you. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And being home sometimes now, dad, y'all empty nesters and y'all ain't never there.
We're never home.
You know, they running around being minions. So just thank you for all you've done for this community. Like, thank you.
Thank you.
Got something, a little something to say. I'm gonna look in the camera because I'm not gonna get emotional looking at her. And I know she's got 3 boys probably watching, and I'm gonna look in the camera so you understand. Before we start, there's a gentleman sitting back there that I wanted to say thank you to.
Yes.
Mr. Jones, who's been always there for the district, always allowed her to do what she does, and without you,
Yes.
none of this would be possible, so thank you very much. Appreciate you. For the past 9 years, I've had the privilege of serving South Euclid Lyndhurst schools in a variety of roles, and throughout that journey, you've been a steady guiding presence. But this past year, my first as superintendent, you did something I'll never forget. You believed in me. You gave me a shot, and you never wavered in your support. Busted me up a lot, but never wavered in your support. You've led with heart, courage, and with the kind of strength that doesn't need a spotlight. You always stood up for what's right, especially when it came to doing what's best for our kids. You've had hard conversations, made the tough calls, and did it with grace and integrity, and a little temper every once in a while. And of course, we can't forget those very long phone conversations we've had. Conversations that covered everything from policy to life to the next big idea that I had. And anyone who knows me just knows how much I love long phone calls, Miss Jones. But truth be told, I wouldn't trade those calls for anything. They were real, honest, and filled with purpose, just like your leadership. In a world that can feel chaotic and uncertain, you've been a source of good, of calm, of hope, and definitely clarity. You reminded us all what it means to lead with purpose and compassion. Your time as board president may be coming to an end, but your influence will remain in this district for years to come, and I'll make sure of it. And while I miss seeing you in the seat, I'm grateful I've gained a lifelong friend. Thank you for your leadership, trust, belief, and your unwavering commitment to the students and staff of this community, and always starting with the words, our kids. Appreciate you. With that, we have a little gift for you, plaque and some flowers. Thank you, Miss Miller.
What does it say? It says, SEL Schools, Cassandra M. Jones, forget the middle initial. In recognition of your dedicated years of service and unwavering commitment to the students, staff, and community of the South Lyndhurst Schools, 2009 to 2025.
I will go out of the ordinary. I will give, I'll give you guys a chance to say something. Forever, like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the speech guy, Dom, as you know this, but you are a big part of the reason I'm here. I don't know that I'd be sitting across town, especially not for this long, if it wasn't for always having that open ear and having like real conversations. But always, the nice thing about it was it always felt like family. Like I could have a conversation with you, have an honest conversation, never offend each other. We just talk through it and figure it out. And I think that has a lot to do with just what you were a big part of building here. Like this feels more like a family here than any other place I've ever worked. And it's not even close. And rest easy to know that you've put us in a very good spot. You know, I think any other time, if you would have left at any other point in the past, with it not being where we're at now, I don't know that I could have said that, because I think we've come a long way, and we've come to a point to where we've got, you know, all the key pieces in. I mean, yeah, Dom and this seat is perfect. I mean, it works out, and then we have the support, and you're leaving the board in such a good spot. So definitely rest easy and enjoy life. That's the biggest thing. I can say I was confident in your decision the second I saw you walking in here. I said, you already looked happier. That's what matters. For about 6 months, you had lost that like glow in your eye, that sparkle, and it was back. And it's good to see that, because above all else, we're all family, all friends, so we want to see you happy. So,
Thank you.
enjoy.
I will say thank you for your support, your commitment, your encouragement, your integrity, your honesty, the difficult conversations, the sincerity. You know, when I would see you even separate and apart from here and at the library
Yes.
or at whatever, the consistency, right, of always just being consistent of character and, in your commitment. You are appreciated. Thank you for all you've done, for our district, for our community, for me. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I am so excited for this next chapter for you, proud of you and all that you've accomplished. You know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here, here. No, I'm not gonna force you guys, but. Bill, I'm gonna miss you. No, you don't have, you don't have to. You don't. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Real quick, like Josh mentioned, this place has always felt like family to me, more so than any other place I've been in. I've been in a couple of really good places too, I thought, and I think you hit it right on the head. And most of that starts with your leadership that you provide. We all appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Bussey, we've been together since kindergarten at Roland. That boy is 22 years old right now.
We've been together a long time. Obviously, I've said some things to you probably on the side, but publicly just want to thank you. For not only loving your kids, but loving all kids. I know for a fact, because I've been here for a long time, 22 years that I've known you, you as parents have been right or die for children. And you've always kept them first in the decisions that you have made. Sometimes they weren't popular decisions, but you made the hard decisions that were in the best interest of this particular district. And I'm forever grateful and thankful for that. It allows us to come to work every day and do what we do, knowing that we have a board president like yourselves and others on the board that support the work that's in the best interest of children. To Mr. Jones, thank you for allowing us to have your wife for as long as that we have had your wife. And personally, thank you for trusting me in being your child's principal. And to see the wonderful things that your children are doing now is just another testament of who you are and who Mr. Jones is as parents. And we will miss you. And we will continue to fight the fight in the best interest of kids. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just want to say, being here, watching the leadership on the board, been like Josh, our board districts, and just seeing how we handle things with grace in class, still make your point, still make sure that everything else is aside for the kids. It's been wonderful to watch somebody that's really is not just for the district.
Thank you. And the Fullers. You guys have been around forever. Man.
I will say this, I spent my entire career here, so my summer, I haven't had the experience of knowing anything else, and I'm good with that. I've seen a lot of building numbers coming over the years, but I'd say there's one example of really having an impact on the district and on those people. So I wish you well.
Thank you.
All the best in everything that you do. And, thanks for the opportunity. It's my first year in central office, and I
Yes.
appreciate you having me for me and trying to take the district to the next level. So, thanks.
Thank you. I don't know, wow. I'm gonna miss you guys. Ladies, guys, kids. It's one thing to not be in Columbus every November, but to not be handing out diplomas, to not be swiping my card and coming into the building and someone thinking I'm a student. You don't know how many times I walk through the halls with a hoodie and some jeans on and they're asking me where's my pass. It's been fun. I have to say, it's been fun. People will continue to be who they are, and that's all I really tried to do this duration of time, is be authentic and be who I was. And I thank you all for telling me that I did well doing that. I think sometimes you're the worst judge of yourself than anybody else. And I can sit back and look at all the areas that I fall short in. But you all remind me that I've done well. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunities. This community took me in, like I said last week, and raised me just as they were raising my kids. I'm grateful to my husband. I don't move without him. He keeps the wind beneath my wings.
That's a good man, Savannah.
So I don't say goodbye, I say farewell. And I won't be here on Tuesdays watching you all at the meetings at all.
Stephanie, at least come back sometime.
But I will come back, and I respect Robert's Rules of Order. I respect ethics. But I want you guys to know that I do consider you all friends and family. And if you need to talk in confidentiality and don't tell me the business, I'm there. Even if you would just ask what my thoughts are, I'm available. I want you guys to just be true to who you are. Hold your head up high. Even when you think you've done it wrong, stand up and keep doing it right. They're gonna bully you. You're gonna find some bullies. One of them hit me today. He had to get his last jab in that email, and I did something really bad.
Oh, you gotta send it to me.
And I did. I called him an idiot, but by tomorrow, Joe Alessandro will have my email dismantled, so it doesn't matter. But don't let them knock the joy out of you. Don't let them make you lose your focus on why we sit at this table. It's for the kids. Keep doing it. You all have it in you. You did it right along beside me. I'm not the superhero. We are. And you all can do that with my absence. And like I said last week, whoever it is that sits in this next open seat after this November election, I will tell all of them that are running, take care of my kids. Serve the families, serve the kids. Make sure they get what they need. Make sure these administrators have the support. Don't focus on the money. Don't focus on the failures. Don't focus on Columbus. Just keep looking at these kids. And like I tell everybody when I speak about my position on the board, this isn't politics for me. Politics is just the venue that gets me to the ballot to sit in this chair. But these 3,000 kids are not political book bags. Don't walk up their backs to create the plan that you have to become something political. And I leave you with that. Take care of my kids. Thank you for your time, and thank you for supporting me. With that being said, may we get a roll call, Mr. Hill.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Mrs. King,
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mrs. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby.
Aye.
14.7, in my absence, we have to place a new board president.
14.6.
14.6.
Yes.
The succession plan speaks for itself. You've got a vice president for a reason.
Yes.
When the air is out of the president's lungs, they take over. Mrs. Shelby, that's all for you. With your partners to your left.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, just to cite board policy and the direction that we're moving, South Euclid Lyndhurst Board of Education would like to approve Crystal Shelby as the board president for the remainder of the calendar 2025 per school board policy 0152. And it states, in the event that the office of the president becomes vacant, the vice president becomes president. The new vice president is then elected. Can we get a motion?
Second.
Any comments, questions? No?
You're a brave woman.
Mrs. King?
Aye.
Ms. Falkenberg?
Aye.
Mrs. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Lee?
Aye.
Mrs. Shelby?
Aye.
Closing.
14.7, close of office. Board president.
Dennis, come take your
Make sure you have
picture.
the camera on the top.
Come on, Dennis. Go
No,
from
where
band
is our
president.
communications person for the pictures?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States,
Oh, okay.
the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as president of the Board of Education of the South Euclid Lyndhurst City School District, Cuyahoga County, Ohio, to the best of your ability and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted during the continuance in said office and until your successor is elected and qualified?
I did.
Congratulations.
Today?
No. Now I guess you can go into 15 public comment, right? You can go right into there.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
You
Okay.
don't need my paper.
Okay. 15 closing items, any public comment? Oh, perfect. Did he say his name?
Yeah, you can turn it.
He can
Okay.
just say his name. He don't have to say his name.
What do I have to do?
Just state your name and address, and then purpose.
Justin Tisdale, 4321 Ardmore Road. I'm City Council President. I am here to read this proclamation for you. It says, honoring Cassandra Jones for her extraordinary service to the South Euclid Lyndhurst School District and the community. Whereas, since first taking office in 2009, Cassandra M. Jones has devoted more than 15 years to South Euclid Lyndhurst School Board of Education, serving with distinction as Board President, Vice President, Ohio School Boards Association Student Achievement Liaison, Delegate, and active member of the OSBA Black Caucus. And whereas Ms. Jones has consistently represented the board at city council meetings in both South Euclid and Lyndhurst, ensuring that our school district and municipal governments remain closely aligned on issues vital to residents' quality of life. And whereas her commitment extends beyond board chambers to strategic planning work, multiple PTA units, the SEL PTA Council, and steadfast advocacy for students and families. And whereas Mrs. Jones has further demonstrated civic responsibility by volunteering as a court-appointed special advocate, CASA, for Cuyahoga County Juvenile Court and participating in New Community Bible Fellowship. And whereas Ms. Jones enhanced her leadership skills by earning a Master's of Business Administration from Youngstown State University in 2023, building on an earlier degrees in political science and paralegal studies, and now applies that expertise as an administrative supervisor in our local court system. And whereas throughout her tenure, Ms. Jones has championed sound fiscal stewardship, goal-driven policy, and accountability measures that have helped the South Euclid Lyndhurst schools deliver high-quality education while balancing the district budget. And whereas Cassandra and her husband James have raised 3 children, Shiloh, Brian, and Jamel, within the schools, SEL schools, and have called South Euclid home since 2005. And whereas Ms. Jones will conclude her board service effective July 22nd, 2025, leaving an enduring legacy of collaboration, integrity, and student-centered leadership. And now, therefore, I, Mayor Georgine Wheelo, together with the members of South Euclid City Council, on behalf of the 22,000 residents we proudly serve, do hereby recognize and honor Cassandra M. Jones for her exemplary contributions to our schools and community, and urge all residents to join us in expressing heartfelt gratitude for her many years of dedicated service.
Never seen it before. It's beautiful.
Like you sit here and you're like, who are they talking about?
This microphone was too short for him, but way too tall for me. Debbie Kendig, 5035 Emmett Road. Cassandra, I'm not here for me, I'm here for the kids. Takes a lot to get some alumni parents back here to a board meeting, but from our kids, thank you because of your support and everything that you did to get them through, and they're off succeeding in life, so from our kids.
Thank you. I'm done. We don't need executive session?
No, no need for executive session. So we will just get a motion to adjourn, correct?
We do have some treats in the back, too.
It's 6:58 PM.
So moved. Can I hit the gavel?
Oh, yeah. Second. All those in favor?